Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back to my channel. This is video number 2, so I'm just cruising right along. Super excited to do just a get ready with me using the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. This is one that I got in my Sephora unboxing video, the first one that I did, and it's one that came damaged, but I'm gonna go ahead and try and use it and just see what the deal is. I've sent Sephora about 3 emails just with COVID going on, you know, what we're supposed to do. So normally with Sephora, anything within 60 days, you just go to the store, exchange it, they give you a new one or an in-store credit or whatever. I am so in love with this palette. I really want to use it. And so, you know, I think if I gently use it, they should still honor that exchange given that 2 of the pans came cracked. So really hoping that's the case. It's 2 of the shimmery metallic shades, so those are some of my favorites. I'm kind of a shimmery metallic kind of girl, and but I want to use it. Going to the grocery store, so like gotta put my face on. It's basically like going to the Met at this point. Having fun with my French fry t-shirt because we are craving some snacks here on this super casual Sunday. So I already have my foundation on, and I use the Tarte Double Duty Face Tape foundation. I'm in the shade Fair Beige because I am a natural redhead, and most of my time here in Florida has been the winter. So just to conceal blemishes, I actually really love using the Instant Age Rewind Eraser Concealer. I used to use this. This is shade Fair, and then I also have shade Fair, so 2 of shade Fair. But I used to use this on my under eyes for concealer, but then I found that I really had trouble with my mascaras, so I went into Sephora, asked them what they recommended, and they said that, you know, sometimes when this is too hydrated and too dewy, or maybe the concealer or whatever you're using is just too hydrating, the mascara will like create these little dots on your under eye, and that's just not my favorite look. So I stopped using that and started using the Sephora Bright Future concealer. I feel like this is very underrated. So it's in the shade Buttercream, and it's just very brightening, and it's dry, so it's not making my under eyes dry by any means, but it doesn't make my mascara run off. So I'm at that point right now where I'm just gonna apply a little bit of that. I don't have super dark under eyes, but right now with the temperature change outside, my face feels like kind of like that. I'm gonna go into just a little bit of contour and bronzer. This is kind of the only actual powder contour that I use, is this Smashbox Step by Step contour palette. So this is 0.4 ounces. It has a contour, a bronze, and a highlight. So I'll open that up for you. So obviously, like, love the contour shade. I like mixing these sometimes, but never really use the highlight, not gonna lie. It's not really, it's more like a powder. I feel like there's just nothing that like highlights about it. The contour shade, I just stuck in my cheeks to figure out where my contour is. That's pretty much it. And then just blend out until it looks not like someone smacked dirt on my face. And then I go up to the hairline here. I have a lot of freckles up here, and so I feel like this just kind of helps out. It blends my freckles and kind of makes me look not so dead in the face up here when the wind blows and my hair blows around and stuff. Gives me a little color. So I take what's left over. Again, I'm super fair, so, you know, this is not to say those who have mastered contour, like, that's amazing. I'm still a novice with it, I would say, just because I'm so fair, and it's difficult to find a shade that's not too dark or a shade that you see, and it's just like a juggling act for me. So I just take whatever's left over on the brush and I use it on the sides of my nose to narrow this schnoz out, basically, and at the bottom. And then I do the exact same spots with my bronzer. Take a little bit down here. Again, I'm pasty, so I'm actually like kind of tan from being at home and so many walks during COVID and stuff, but I'm always pale. Like I'm never gonna be super tan. So once I've got that pretty well blended, I just shut it, move on. You know, I don't really find that I need to set this foundation. It does a really nice job of not skipping around, and it's just an easy routine. So I'm gonna do very little amount of brows because I'm just going to the grocery store. Like I said, it's a fun time to put makeup on, but so I'm gonna take probably my favorite pencil of all time. So this is the Brow Definer by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So this is this bad boy. It is not the Brow Wiz. So I have the Brow Wiz and the Brow Definer. I actually got these in a influencer box, and so for those of you that love to try out new products, whether that be makeup or I'm just using this spoolie and brushing out my brows, by the way. And then I take the end and I fill them in, but I'm going to talk to you about influencer while I do this. So influencer, just basically you take a bunch of quizzes, you do reviews online, and based on those reviews, you know, they send you product for free to try out. So I actually got the full like Brow Wiz and the Brow Definer and the Anastasia clear brow gel. I got all of this and these little stencils like for shaping your brows. I don't really use these too much, I'm not gonna lie, but left that in my review. Didn't use the stencils, but I absolutely love this brow definer because it's more of a powder, but you use it like a pencil, so it's just really easy. And then you'll see, like, as I comb through it again, it just kind of relaxes. It's just not as harsh as a pencil per se. So when you're really in a hurry, I feel like this one is my jam. It's 10 out of 10 what I would purchase again. Like, if obviously that one was free, they just sent that box again. Please check out Influencer if you're looking for some, you know, quizzes, reviews. You do have to put in the time to do the reviews. And then they send you an email that says, you know, would you like to opt in for this campaign? So I tend to always want to opt in because I would much prefer to try stuff at no cost than spend my own money on it. It's just my personal opinion, especially if it's something where I haven't tried it before. So I'm just gonna pop some of the clear brow gel. This was a favorite of mine before the influencer box. I actually had purchased another one. So I have another one just waiting in here. I can't decide what blush color I want, so sometimes I do the eyes first and then pick the blush color based on that. Sometimes I pick the blush first, base the eyes on that. Since I'm so excited about this Huda Beauty palette, I'm just going to go with this and then pick the blush from there. Okay, so there is a base color in here called Momentum that I think will work. Just kind of, I'm just gonna use my finger, y'all. Okay, so there's that shade. I'm just gonna pat this bad boy down. Can't find a transition brush, so I'm gonna go old school. I'm just gonna finger paint my face, you know? I'm gonna bring this up about 3/4 of the way. I'm sure I could blend this far better if I had a brush, but desperate times call for desperate measures. I want to do something really simple, not too complicated. You know, all of the marketing for this palette was just how you can do a one shade and done type of look, a swipe of color. So I want to have some fun with some of these metallics, but oh yeah, that's like a rosy pink, gorgeous transition shade, which is, I guess it's more peachy I would say, than pink, but it's the perfect transition shade for my skin. Super into that. I'm just gonna bring it up a little higher and then we'll move on. So have any of you guys tried this palette? It's originally $65. I got it on the Sephora VIB sale and I am just dying to see some more looks with it. I saw when it first came out tons of looks, but I haven't really seen it as much because there's so many other launches. But I'm one of those girls that, like, if I'm paying for this, I want the best bang for my buck. So I want to see the looks. It does have a really nice mirror in it, so I'm going to kind of use that as I talk to you. I think I'm gonna go in with just like a little bit of Utopia, and I don't think I need a ton. This formula is like a dream. If you haven't gotten the Huda Beauty palettes, highly recommend it. One of them that's not broken that I can show you that I also waited and saved for is the nude palette, the Huda Beauty Nudes. One of my most used. You can see that bad boy is loved. I use a lot of these transition shades a lot, and I just think her formula is really smooth. Makes me want to own all of her stuff, but she is expensive, so as Kathleen Lights would say, she is expensive. So I kind of have to be choosy with which ones I use and just make sure I use them. So I'm going to take a little bit of the Utopia and just run it under my eye. Not being fancy today. Just excited to have a reason to put makeup on. I think everyone can kind of relate. I know I could put makeup on every single day, but it's really hard when you don't have to. So, okay, I am liking the way this looks. I've got a little peachy vibe going on, and I just want like perhaps a little purple shimmer. So I haven't even swatched these. So I've got 3 there. So I've got Nebula right there, and then Ultraviolet and Galaxy. So I'm thinking ultraviolet and oh gosh, I mean I might use all 3. I don't really know. I was gonna go calm, but who knows now. I'm gonna go with ultraviolet like right in the middle here. She's the purplest of the purples, of the metallics. Now it's interesting, when I'm rubbing my finger in it, the shimmer, the top layer of like glitter is almost completely gone now. So that's interesting. It's really not paying off as much as I thought it would on the lid. Feels quite dry. It's not the creamiest. Interesting. Okay. But Nebula does feel creamy, so I just spread her out a little bit. The ultraviolet. Spread her out. This is a lot of finger painting today. I don't know if you were intending on doing finger painting with me, but if you want to follow this tutorial, if you have this palette, get your fingers ready because we're getting messy. Okay, and then I'm going to take Nebula on my finger as well and just pat right over it in the middle here because I think that's going to give me the shimmer that I want. Yup, there she is. Hello, how you doing? I think that Nebula is pretty much the reason I purchased this palette. I see blue topper. That is wonderful. And then I'm gonna not use my fingers for the last shade. I'm actually gonna take, this is one of my very sophisticated makeup brushes from Amazon Harry Potter collection. I think it's from the Storybook brand, and it's heavy and it feels amazing. So I'm gonna take Galaxy and just do a little bit of my inner corner with that one to be a little more precise. And I'm gonna drag it down just a little bit. So we have a little bit of shimmer. That Nebula shade is just phenomenal. The Galaxy shade is not as poppin' as Nebula, but I also feel like if I had some Fix Plus or like just wet, any kind of setting spray on this, it would really pow, pow, pow. So I'm going to take the same brush and just run it along my lower lash line. I stayed pretty close to my waterline, just so you guys know. So the first time I went in with Utopia, I was just kind of free for all. Didn't care where, but for this shade, because it's darker, I'm staying a little closer. Oh, and we have some fallout. We do. Specifically from the ultraviolet shade. Right here. I'm gonna need to clean her up. I'm gonna clean her up. I'm gonna take just a little bit of this Sephora brand eyeliner. So it's in the shade 17 Lagoon. Oh, clearly needs to be sharpened. And it's found some love. So it is super, super blue, but I just want to align my waterline with that. So let me sharpen this bad boy. Give it a go. Okay, so normally I don't pull my eyelid down like that. I'm trying to avoid the wrinkle process. Anytime you're stretching your eyelids super far, you know, are asking for wrinkles in my opinion. But that pencil didn't sharpen very well and I need to empty my sharpener, and so I just wanted to make sure I didn't gouge my eyeball with shards of eyeliner pencil. Okay, this is one of my favorite mascaras. This is the Monsieur Big Lancome mascara. I think actually, ooh, my eyes are watering after that. Calm down, girl. Oh, crying. Okay, be right back. So I was saying, I love this mascara. Kathleen Lights talks about it. It's one of her favorites. I do love the brush on it. It's big and fluffy, and I just think it makes your lashes look like falsies, like. So I'm gonna pop this bad boy on, and then I'm just gonna add blush and a lip and be done. Okay, so that is with 2 coats of the mascara on the top, and so now I'm gonna go into the bottom. I don't know about you guys, I'm trying to keep my eyeballs open, but a lot of times when I do my lower lashes and I blink, it just puts the mascara everywhere. And so then I have a lot of cleanup to do afterwards. Obviously, let it dry. It's much easier to clean up with a Q-tip underneath afterwards, but I do find, like, because my lower lashes are longer, if I even remotely blink, it's like, bleh, smushes everywhere. So because we went with like a peachy, why am I referring to myself as a we? Because I went with a peachy blue kind of look, I'm thinking of a peachier cheek as well. So this is the Morphe blush palette. They have several different, this is 8C, but they have these 8-pan blushes that are so affordable, and just, I absolutely love them. Obviously, I get tons of use out of them. I feel like Ego can even be a contour shade for me, and it's glowy. And I just remember first time I used this, I was traveling for work in Kentucky, and I remember the sweetest lady at the Starbucks commenting on how glowy my skin was, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's my new Morphe palette. So I'm just gonna take Sexy and Driven and just tap those together, tap, and I do keep my blush a little higher, so like I contour higher. I keep everything very light towards the front of the face, and I feel like I can already see the glow here. Like, I have not put on any highlighter, I didn't put on any primer there, there's nothing glowy about that matte foundation, and it's just already glowing, so it really does work. And the reason I keep it higher, again, is I like the middle of my face to be bright, and I feel like it draws attention to like the full features of your face. I also take some blush up to my hairline because I just want it all to match and melt, and I want the very small amount to just blend in with the bronzer. And I am taking it like more forward as I have less on the brush. Smile, apples of the cheeks. And I love dusting across the nose. That is my favorite sun-kissed look by far. So I feel like that's good. I'm good with that. And because it's so glowy, I don't even feel like I need a highlighter, honestly. I am feeling like I want to do something fun with my lips. So I'm going to take Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk. It's the best lip pencil I've probably ever owned. So that's the color there. And then I'm gonna put, because there's this nebula shade with the kind of the purple and the blue flecks, I'm gonna take Jeffree Star's The Gloss in Sorcery. So it's that peachy shade with purpley like flecks in it, and the cutest packaging of all time. Thanks, Jeffree, for that. And put it on top. So I'm gonna do that now. And so I took Pillow Talk and I overdrew my top lip just a little bit because she's tiny. And I filled it in, not all the way, but a little bit of the way. So I'm just gonna take the gloss, give it some pumps. I don't think this does anything, but I like it. And, oh yeah, top her off. I just love this color. I'm gonna take this Pixie Skin Treats Glow Mist with propolis and argan oil. So I got this in a FabFitFun, and I just want a little bit of that extra glow. So I'm gonna get a good shake. I'm just gonna spray. I love how fine that mist is. It is heavily fragranced, but it's like relaxing fragrance. So I'm good with that. Like, that's nice. All right, guys, well, there you have it. This is my final look. I'm super pumped to go to the grocery store, and let me know what you think. Let me know if you're using this palette at all, what looks you have, link your videos. I'd love to watch them. And also what snacks I should pick up in the grocery store, because I'm definitely feeling some Cheetos and some Cheez-Its because I need it. But have a great day. Thanks so much. Bye. Hey guys, forgot to say this at the end of my video, but if you like my video, click the thumbs up button, and if you want to see more things like it, then click subscribe. So yeah, don't forget to do those things. Thank you.